Howdy! Today we are looking at Convectrix, a beam shotgun. This thing is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. It is a slash-based weapon. And the most interesting part is that it is a shotgun. One of only 3 beam shotguns in the game, I believe, Phantasma Phage and Convectrix. And this thing is beast. This thing is wild and wacky, to say the least. So, it's an old weapon. 12 fire rate, 2 multi-shot, because it shoots 2 beams that converge into 1. 70 mag capacity, it comes with a 0.6 innate punch through, 16% crit chance, 2.4 crit multiplier, 45% status per projectile, and there's 2 of them. It's a lot of status. 24 total damage being split between 1.2 impact, 1.2 puncture, 9.6 slash respectively. And obviously that's, 12 in total, and the reason it's 24 is the total damage is because the base multi-shot's at 2. So this thing is very obviously meant to be slash-based. Now, it has an augment called Efficient Beams that dropped from Nightwave a while back. It's pretty cheap to buy off of Warframe.market or Trade Chat, I believe. And it makes it so ammo is only consumed when you hit an enemy with the weapon. So you can just shoot as much as you want, missing stuff, and it won't consume ammo, letting you hold the trigger down as much as you want. It also gives plus 150% status chance, which is the main reason you would want to use it. So we have crit is still being built despite the low crit chance because it will increase our damage since it affects slash. So we've got critical deceleration, primed ravage, sweeping serration, chilling reload, efficient beams, toxic barrage, prime point blank, galvanized towel. The dual 60-60 cold mod would be way better here. I just don't have it, which is why we're using chilling reload. Then we have shotgun vendetta. It's only R1, R5 would be so much better for a ton of multi-shot. Now this isn't even an optimal build. Honestly, because how high the status is, you don't even want to have high viral, right? So an unranked toxic barrage, and then if you had the dual 60-60 cold mod for shotguns, an unranked version of it would be the best option. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, where's the fire rate? You really need fire rate, but this weapon's already starved for weapon slots, and sweeping serration is just way too good to make us so we have higher slash weighting, especially because I don't have unranked of these mods. So if you want fire rate, you can always outsource to something like Worm Prime with reinforced bond, but we're going to show just the weapon as is. As you can see, nothing on my Warframe, and we're just going to go right in. Now it is going to need to wait. I forgot. Wait. Oh yeah, prime point blank is the base damage. Oh yeah, if you wanted more damage, I would definitely recommend galvanized savvy instead, because it also gives status chance. But now we are going to need to, well, get a kill, but that's not that big of a deal. This is still going to give much more damage than prime point blank. So actually, that's what we're going to have on instead. So let's go right in. For real this time. It is annoying how it look. Did you see that? Did you see that? I didn't even have galvanized active yet, or in Shotgun Vendetta hadn't built up any. I had no base damage in the build. Do you see? That was 3 ammo. Watch this, ready? What the fuck? That is insane. Now, it does have an alt fire. If you hold the alt fire, it just shoots the beams that go in and out instead of just converging and staying converged. But this tends to not be very effective. Though we can show it if you want, so. You can do this, but as you can see, the damage is much, much lower, especially since you can't easily get headshots this way. So I would recommend not really worrying about that. But the primary fire, oh buddy, it applies slash so fast. So many slash procs. Look at that. This thing is ridiculously strong. And you can actually make this even more insane. So, Well, especially because the Riven Dispo is only, or is not, sorry, not only. The Riven Dispo is at a whopping 5 because nobody uses this thing. Well, first kill the enemies. Now, Convectrix. You can actually double dip on Slash if you had high enough crits. Now, I don't think I've actually ever seen anybody do this that I know of, but you can put Hunter Munitions on and get even more Slash procs. Now, you might be thinking, why does that matter? We already have so much Slash, but hey, more Slash is always nice. Now, if you were to do so, first, actually, let's swap the position of that. I would say get a Riven. A Riven would make a huge, huge difference. And get rid of efficient beams, even though it gives stats chance. I know, 150% stats is huge for our damage. It's incredible. And the only consuming ammo when you hit enemies is nice. But if you wanted to maximize, I would say get rid of efficient beams. Like I said before, have the unranked versions of Toxic Barrage and then the Cold 6060 mod. Both of them rank 0. Get rid of Sweeping Serration. Then you would want a Riven with status chance to fix the fact that we got rid of status chance, and Slash if possible. And lastly, crit rate or crit damage or multi-shot. Any of those are going to be very strong, right? If I personally had to choose one, though, I would go multi-shot, right? Like Slash, status chance, multi-shot would be insane, and increased recoil. That would be so crazy. But the main thing you would want is status chance and Slash. But then you can slap on Hunter Mumu. Okay. And things will get pretty crazy. Now, because I don't have a Riven, we will just stick with Sweeping Serration for now. And you might be thinking, well, the crit chance is way too low. Well, you see, that's where something I've been using a lot in my recent videos, because it just fixes a lot of problems on low crit weapons, Arcane Avenger. Now we're going to have more crit. And this has innate puncture. Even though the puncture is so low, if you're shooting an enemy longer than 1 second, you are going to max out puncture procs at 5 stacks, which gives you 25% flat crit chance at max puncture stacks against that enemy. So that's 25% plus the 48%. That's putting us at 72% crit chance. Then with Arcane Avenger, it's going to bring us up all the way to 117% crit chance, giving us the guaranteed at least normal crits, giving us lots of Hunter Mumu procs. It might have ammo problems, so I would recommend putting on yes, shotgun ammo mutation. I would recommend doing that. I don't have the XL slot unlocked though right now. Then, like I said earlier, you can fix the fire rate easily by slapping on a Worm Prime, or if you had fire rate on your Riven or a Warframe that gave fire rate, like Gauss or something. But we got Reinforced Bond, and now all of a sudden, this thing is going to be just bonkers. Absolutely habunka donkas. We will unpause the enemies so that we can get hits to proc Hunter Mumu. And now, watch this. That's without any galvanized procs. Dang, I already have to reload. Yeah, you can see ammo is going to be a big problem here. Now, you won't be able to tell much of a difference in comparison to the other build, honestly. Not against these guys, because they just die way too quick. Which is why we are going to go into an actual mission and show this. So first I'm going to switch my build to something that is actually not going to have me instantly die. This is my Eidolon build. I'm going to use Eclipse not for damage. I'm going to use it for damage reduction so I don't die. So the only thing affecting our damage, because, well, it's not a sniper, so Deadeye does nothing for it, will be Arcane Avenger. Actually, maybe it would be best to slap on Combat Discipline for now. Yeah, just for consistency. So now we are going to go and do a mission. We're going to do the Mars Disruption because that is the easiest to find demolists, right? Demolishers to show it off against. So that's just convenience. We will set it to Solo, Mars, and Olympus. Going right in. This is one of the most insane weapons in the game if you're facing an enemy that can take multiple status procs. The problem is that because it's, heavily dependent on applying like hundreds of slash procs, it will not be good against acolytes. It will do practically nothing for acolytes. And it also wouldn't be good on Necromex for if you're doing the new Armistice disruption that came out with Dante. It's still new for the most part. It's not that new anymore. It's been out like a month and a half, but, new-ish. So we're going to need some enemies to actually spawn. That would be awesome sometime this year. Please and thank you. Here we go. Like I said, we're only using Eclipse for damage reduction, as you can see, just to help me not die, to make my life a little bit easier. I'm trying not to shoot too much because, like I said before, ammo can become a problem. As you can see with fire rate, we're actually going to need to be reloading fairly often. Though having Shotgun Vendetta helps the reload speed quite a bit. And it would help it even more if I had it higher than rank 1. Like a rank 5 Shotgun Vendetta won't just increase our damage by a fuck ton, but it's also going to make it so we get much more reload speed. Here we go. Here's a key. Recast Eclipse. As you can see, Lunar Eclipse on the top right, still only damage reduction, so the only source of damage increase will be the fact that we have Arcane Avenger to give us more crits, because we're still using the Hunter Moo build. Because who doesn't love more slash procs? There we go, Arcane Avenger. Now where's the dem list before this runs out? Here he is. As the slash procs build up, I'm not even getting headshots. He dead as fuck. Dead as fuck. That was with almost nothing but body shots, right? And as I'm sure you know, you do way more damage on headshot. Double damage on a headshot and double crit damage on a headshot, meaning since we're getting crits, we would be doing 4 times the damage. And yeah, I think Hunter Munitions isn't a horrible option here. And it has potential if you build into it just to like really get a ton of slash procs. Though it's probably not worth it, to be totally honest, but I think it's funny. So yeah, give Convectrix a try. It's very fun. I hate the look of the base weapon, which is why I have a skin on. It doesn't normally look like this. Looks like this. Disgusting. I'm using this skin that you get from the deluxe skin pack for Nyx, right? So you could also go for this skin that you can just buy on its own. And that also looks way, way better. But yeah, that's going to be it for the Convectrix. Very strong weapon, very fun. Definitely try it out. Thanks for watching, and adios.